Hello and welcome to the very first series on this new YouTube channel. This first series we're going to name Rags to Riches. So we're going to try to go from pretty well flat broke. As you can see, I got $100 to my name, and see if we can't build ourselves up. I'm thinking the final goal will be that we have to have our own farm, own our own equipment, and make enough money to keep the farm afloat. I believe that's going to be the end goal. But for starters, here we are. We have nothing. We have zero farmland and zero equipment to start out with. So I do believe we shall call this one, or the first few episodes anyway of this, as the Contractor, because that's how we're going to have to make some money. We're going to start contract work till we can build up, till we can at least buy our first piece of ground and start from there. So we might as well get right to it. And we are on beautiful Riverbend Springs and Farming Sim 25. So let's check out what we got here. Move over to contracts. We'll make some decent money here. Let's see. 4 acres. Yep, I like it. We will accept it and borrow the items because we have nothing. And there we go. Let's get this bad boy hooked up. I didn't even pay attention to where we're going. So let's get hooked up and we will figure out where we're going. Alright, looks like we're going to 45, so the easiest would be, I guess it's about as long as it is wide. So we'll pull a left out of here and we'll go across this way. Now, I have been a fan of the farming simulator for a while now. Started playing it back on FS22. Logged in a lot of hours. Really enjoyed it. Kind of got away from it. Now we're back. 25 dropped a few months ago now, and I just downloaded it the other day, trying it out. Like I say, it feels a lot like FS22, but I do like the GPS guidance on the fields. That makes it nice. It really does. Other than that, there's not a real big difference in my opinion. I could have cut right through there and shortcut it, huh? Anyway, getting back into it, I thought, hey, why don't we start recording a little bit and bring y'all along. Hopefully you enjoy. But I'm going to head up to this contract on Field 45, and I will meet y'all there. Alright, and we are pulling up to Field 45. Let's go ahead and get this baler unfolded. On automatic drop. Looks like we got a few bales here, but this will not take long. Always got to make sure to turn on bale drop. I usually forget it. And this wrapper does take a little bit. Not gonna lie, I'm used to using mods on FS22. Man, we had some great mods that just spit these things out quick. I'm sure there's quite a few now actually in Farm Sim 25. It's kind of what brought me back to wanting to play again. Seems like a lot of bugs from any new game they've gotten a lot better on this. Also large amount of mods coming to it. That's kind of what makes a lot of it fun. Maybe not the ultra unrealistic things. I like to keep it somewhat realistic, but things that make this go a little bit quicker. It is nice. Well, looks like we still have several bells to go, so we'll make you watch this. I'll bring you back. We're just about done. Just like that, we have just about got this little contract knocked out. This should be the last bell right here. We'll get it all wrapped up and dropped. We'll be done with it. While it's wrapping, let's see what else we can find. Fertilizing's quite easy. I wonder if you can. Used to, you could borrow items for one, but if you had another contract that was used the same thing, you could save a little bit of money. So I'm gonna, let's see, borrow these items, and we're going to accept this one. We'll see if it works. I don't know. Either way, this contract's done. Let's go ahead and collect. And collect. All right, now let's move on to the next one. All right, we've got our fertilizer all hooked up, but now we need some solid fertilizer. Luckily, we made some money off that last contract. We can buy it if I can find it now. Still getting used to this. Ooh, I wonder if there's any fertilizer on sale. That would be nice. And there not. Never get that lucky. All right. All right. I'll get some fertilizer. Solid fertilizer, big bag. Ooh, that's expensive. 1925. That is kind of cutting the profits bad. Hate to do this because here goes $2,000. Goes half that last contract. For some reason I thought when you would lease, when you would lease the equipment, you would lease the fertilizer too. I thought maybe it's been a long time since I've done contracts, so if this is just how it is, just let me know. I was really hoping that that would go a little farther than it did. Got no more activation on. All right, where are we going? 8 and 6. Let's see. I know right where they are, and we'll head on over to that field and get started. All right, here's field 8. Let's get our steering assist all set up. Turn it on. Make sure this is working. Where are we at? And it's fertilizing. All right. Oh, yeah. Contract is going up. We're 15%. I can't remember if I borrow or lease the equipment for this field or if it was for the others, so I think it's going to work this way. Alright, I'll get this knocked out and I will see you over at the other field. Alright, we finished up field 8. Now it's time to get field 6 done. I used a big portion of my fertilizer, which I thought I would, but let's hope we can squeak this out. It's a small field. Not quite sure if we're going to make it. Yeah, so we're 60% done with this field. I got 5% of my fertilizer left. There might be enough in here. Maybe. Let's see how much this field. Alright, yeah, so I just need to go right down the middle here. Maybe that'll be enough to get it to 100%, 3%. Oh, it's going to be close. 2, come on. 95. I think we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Woo! Yes. All right, we got it done. We might as well give them a little extra fertilizer and just clear this thing out, because there's no value there. So I like the fertilizing contracts, but you gotta buy the fertilizer. It gets expensive. So let's collect. I don't know if that was worth that one contract to eat up all, or the fertilizer eat up all that one contract, didn't it? We got 8 grand, so it could be worse. Let's see what other contracts we got. Let's not do anything we're going to add into. Owing? Since when is that a thing? Boy, sure don't pay. I mean, your lease cost is more than what you're going to make. Wow. We're getting big. Wood transport. I hate transport. Weeding. Weeding, huh? Let's see. Don't pay much, but they're way far apart. 49 and 19. I think we definitely got to do that one. Oh, just, oh, I thought it done disappeared. Oh, we got to do this weeding contract for sure. Let's borrow the items. Spraying, it's going to be the same as fertilizer. We're going to have to fill this thing up. And that gets expensive. I really wish they came pre-filled if you're borrowing items, you know. Rock removal. If I had a trailer to drive that thing, it would be worth it. But driving all the way to the bottom end of the map for 6 mile an hour, no. Plowing, that's a good payday. So we're going to borrow those items as well. All right, I'll try not to have more than like 2 going in at once. So yeah, this is a way. Ooh, look at that nice case. Look at it. All right, I'm gonna get hooked up and head up to field 19, and I will see you there. And here we are at field 19. Let's get this thing unfolded. We're gonna get our steering assist on. 2 headlands will be plenty, I do believe. It's okay that. Get it drop down. Lower weeder. Choose line and let's go. Back this out a little bit. I think this case is a little underpowered, but it should get the job done. I'm not even seeing weeds in the rest of the field, so I guess it's doing something. I don't know. Let me get this knocked out. We'll move on to our next contract. Because it just mirror, they just wasted money. Now, I'm doing weeding, but I am not seeing any weeds in this field. And if we go over to the map, nothing. We'll turn everything off on this field except for weeds. And it's showing 0 weeds. So, I mean, I'll gladly take their money. But it feels kind of wrong. I don't know. Anyway, we're about 91% done here. Let's bring you along for the last little bit. I am running a speed mod. I don't always use it, but I thought I'd use it to try to get this done. It allows me to do this at 12 mile an hour instead of 7. You know, it's not as extreme as what we had in FS22 where you'd be running 30 mile an hour through this field, but when it's hard to find time, it sure helps. Like, oh, we're done here. Look at me talk. Let's go ahead and collect. And then we'll move on to the next one. All right, looks like we are plowing field number 2. That's not that far away. Let's go ahead and let's get this front weight hooked up first. Yoink. And we'll get this plow hooked up. And then I won't bore you with the trip, but we will head to field number 2. And I'll bring you back when we get there. So these drivers are terrible, just like in Farm Sim 22. I shouldn't have paused the recording there. He just whips it right out front. That's the way it goes. But honestly, it's probably pretty realistic. I have a lot of crazy drivers around where I live too. Alright, we made it to field number 2. Get the plow down. Let's just set up our steering assist. 4 headlands, sounds good. Now, as much as I'd like to hire a worker on this, I should fold it down somewhere. Well, we just need to, make money, not spend money. So I'm going to be doing this all by myself, at least for the first probably episode or 2, until we start getting some cash. Then we'll start utilizing AI workers. And yeah, I should have started in the middle instead of outside, but it is what it is. But then we'll start utilizing some AI workers. That way we can have multiple contracts going, really get it racking up. Just didn't seem right to be calling yourself broke and then hiring people. So, but hey, we're up to almost $13,000. It's not even noon, so it's going pretty good so far. Lift it, turn around. I will get set back on this, and you can. Oh, no. Don't fold. I need you to drop. Drop. Green line. And go. Alright. I'll be back. And we're just about wrapped up with plowing field 2. Yes, I know I should have done the up downs in the middle before I did the headlands. Was not thinking properly. It'll be alright. Sometimes it's hard to find the right lines on here. Oh, wow. Boy. As soon as I hit record again, I messed it all up. Alright, ooh. And it's missing a bit. How is that the wrong line? Oh, well, maybe it's not. I don't know. Progress still going up. Want it for the contractor, not the field, right? 98. Alright, I was hoping it would finish on that pass. Put down, get your line, and let's go. Boy, I just don't like the looks of that, but I'm gonna just pretend like it didn't happen. Anyway, we're at 99%. Will it finish up before we get here? And it is done. Go ahead and finish this pass for this farmer, but after that, we are going to shut it down, collect that contract. What have we done? We've done several contracts already. We've made a good chunk of money as well. We're sitting at 17,814. Not too bad. All before noon on our first day. So I think what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and call that lunch. We'll wrap up this first episode. But don't worry, I will be back with episode 2, and we will keep on going after these contracts. Welcome to the channel. I hope you liked what you saw. Stick around for episode number 2 on Rags to Riches.